For this assignment, you chose to use a lightning effect with your logo. And this is the parameters that I was changing for my lightning. And check yours, and I'm going to go over this in a second, but you've got a start point and an end point that you're animating with, off the screen, and this is going to go and meet up over time. You can see the end point moving till it hits where you want it to. And it's going to hit where the logo is. This is just a placeholder. Now with mine, I've got lots of, over here, things like branching and the width I changed a lot. So it's starting to arc a little bit on the logo, which is what would naturally happen. Now, if you want to keep the way yours looks and it's not arcing like this, remember, electricity does arc. What you'll need to do, just to make things easier, I was just showing you that I'm going to pre-compose this layer. Move all attributes into new comp. I'll just call this logo lightning. Hit OK. The reason I did that was if I need to edit it, I can double click and go back in and edit it. There's all my lightning. I'm going to copy this effect just so it's the same. So here's my pre-comp that I made. I'm going to paste that lightning effect onto it. I'm going to change the start point and end point. Where's it at? Right here. All right, let me zoom out. You can put another lightning effect on the logo, and that was that. And where's the end point? Right here. And you could have it go to whatever points you want on the logo. And what this will do, you could keyframe it over time, and you could do as many of these as you want. I'm going to delete these old keyframes from the effect that I copied. Just move these to where it hits. So this is where it hits. Okay, it's hitting the logo. I'm going to move that over time. Let's say it moves from here to there. And you can just watch and make sure it's moving the right way you want, staying on the edges of the logo, and you just keep moving it little by little. And then when you've got that one looking the way you want, you can just duplicate that effect. Oh, wait a second. Let me turn that off, turn that off. Oh, it duplicated the shape layer. Okay, I see what happened here. So I'm going to hide that shape layer. I'm just going to select my effect. There we go, okay. Now I've got my thing selected. There we go. I'm going to hit U, delete those keyframes from the effect. So now when the lightning hits, and it's striking there, yeah, that's about good. Now with my new effect, I'm going to move the points. Here we go. Here's one of them right here. I'll have it go from here. Where's the other point? Right there. I just zoomed out using the mouse wheel. I'll zoom back in. And I just go across time. I move it as I want. Make sure you're staying on the edge of your logo. Use as many or as little keyframes as you need to move it how you want it to. So let me hit undo. I just grabbed the pre-comp and not that. So you can see it's following the shape of the logo because I'm doing it a few keyframes at a time. So if I want to have more than one of those happening, I can just duplicate that effect. So if I hit duplicate, it's going to duplicate it right in here. Now I had to make sure I was selected in the project panel. So for this one, I'm going to move that. Let's see, where's that? It's over here? Okay. So I'm going to move this to here and the other one to there. I go forward a few frames. You see it used all of the effects. So I'm going to delete these. Go forward, and I'm going to move those. Here they are right here. Move that one, and the other one is right here. When I copied the effect, it kept the keyframing, which could be good or bad for this. I don't want it to do that. So I'm just manually changing it. And like I said, you do this as many times as you feel you need to get the look that you want. And then you could, as you were doing earlier, we were discussing, say once the logo's done, I'm going to delete these effects right here. So that's right there. I'm going to get rid of them. The reason that effect was coming on was because of the screen recording software I was using. So I just did edit and then the split clip as you'd seen there. So I'm going to turn off the lightning that I placed over top of the old one. Okay. I'm going to go into my original, hit U. Now you animated those on and then we'll animate them off. So I believe it's the end point. Yep, there's the end point. So I'm going to set my keyframes. I'm just going to add keyframes here because I want them to stay between here and here. I want them to stay on the logo, like the edges. And then now I'm going to animate them off. There it is. Like that. Here it is right here. Animate that off to the edge. That was 2. Let's see, where's 3? Here it is over here. And that one right there. Oops. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong part. There's right there. So once you animate those off, you can then split the clip. Oh, this is the screen record again. So I'm going to select the clip. Split layer. I went edit split layer. And on this layer, I can then turn off the lightning effects. So now it's going to animate itself off the screen like that. Any questions, just feel free to email me.